Aberdeen has many faces, not least of all, it is Hong Kong's largest fishing port. While some of the fish is sold on the quayside, most goes to the street markets of Kowloon and Victoria. However, a lot of the fish travels only a few yards. They end up in some of the many floating restaurants that serve as just one more face of Aberdeen. Many of these restaurants line the quayside to form a sort of permanent water street. Along the gangway, onto the boat, and you're seated for dinner. Not much seems to happen here in the daytime, but I'm told that in the evening it transforms into a busy, thriving nightlife centre. The largest of the floating restaurants are anchored away from the quayside. Small boats ferry the diners out for their evening meal, so during the daytime the small boat handlers are quite prepared to take you on a private trip around what is probably the best known face of Aberdeen. And that's exactly what we elected to do. There are over 20,000 people living on the great variety of vessels that shelter in the waters of Aberdeen. Many seldom come ashore, and some never. They are not refugees, nor are they unique in that part of the world. They are Chinese, and that's their way of life. We felt privileged to move among them, for this was an exciting trip. Every time our very young helmsman turned his tiller, there was something new to see. Aberdeen, one of the very oldest settlements on Hong Kong Island, is the best natural typhoon shelter throughout the colony. Translated, Aberdeen means little fragrant harbour, and I would imagine that when the restaurants are in full swing, that probably still applies. You may ask a lot of questions when you see so many boats housing so many people. Well, the water seemed all right, and children used it for swimming. Nobody told me about waste disposal, and I didn't ask. I know one thing. I will never forget the day I spent among the junks, sampans, houseboats, and bullet-nosed trawlers. To me it was truly enchanting. For them, it was just another visit from two more foreigners. The final face of Aberdeen is a settlement that has developed around the harbour. Hong Kong has always to develop, and Aberdeen takes its fair share of the ever-increasing population. The people are Chinese, and I know Hong Kong will stay Chinese. They live the way of Chinamen in spite of the many opportunities to change. The Chinese play their games slowly, especially blackjack in the casinos of the Orient. This board game, played by two men, intrigued me so much that I had to hang around. The only thing I did learn was it wasn't difficult to guess who was winning and who was losing. Our last place to visit in Aberdeen was this modern shopping precinct, especially designed to create a cool atmosphere. It's where mums come to shop while children come to play. We relaxed in readiness for our 30-minute bus ride back to Victoria, the buzzing capital of Hong Kong.